Yes, sir. Now we can start.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Namam Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayam Mudirayat
Tato Jayam Udirayad
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhaktiri Bhavati Na Ishtiki
Ishvara Paramakrishna
Ishvara Paramakrishna
Satchidananda Vigraha
Satchidananda Vigraha
Anadiradir Govinda
Anadiradir Govinda
Sarvakarana Karanam
Sarvakarana Karanam
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishna Vaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
Nanda Gopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Kararavinde Napadaravindam
Kararavinde Napadaravindam
Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam
Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam
Vatasya Patra Sapute Shayanam
Vatasya Patra Sapute Chayanam
Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami
Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, is my voice clear? You can
Yes,
hear, right?
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm on Bluetooth. That's the reason. Just checking. Okay. Now let me close this one and go back here. Okay. So we were doing 46th, right? Or we finished 46th?
We're in the middle of 46, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. So Prabhu, can you do this one verse and then translation?
Yes, Prabhuji. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 4th Canto, 29th chapter, 46th verse, by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Yata yashna gurunati
Yada Yashna Gurunati
bhavan atma bhavitaha
Bhagavan Atma Bhavitaha
sajahati matim loke
Sajahati Matim Loke
vedacha parinishtitam.
Vedecha Parinishtitam.
Translation from His Swami Śrīla Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
When a person is fully engaged in devotional service,
When a person is fully engaged in devotional service,
he is favored by the Lord,
he is favored by the Lord,
who bestows His causeless mercy.
who bestows his causeless mercy.
At such a time,
At such a time,
the awakened devotee gives up all material activities
the awakened devotee gives up all material activities
and ritualistic performances mentioned in the Vedas.
and ritualistic performance mentioned in the Vedas.
Hare Krishna. So in this verse, Prabhupada is talking about the karmis and the jnanis who are absorbed in knowledge and meditation upon this Supreme Lord, or who follow the Vedic rituals. They do not fully understand the Supreme Lord and they cannot reach Him. But the pure devotee who is free from mental speculation and the desires or fruitive activities, only the pure devotee can engage in pure devotional service without being polluted by the material desires. And the Lord clearly says in Bhagavad Gita that those who worship Him will live with Him. Hare Krishna.
The context is Narad Muni educating Prachani Varishat about all this.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have to start from here, right, Prabhu?
This material world.
Okay. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji ki Jai. This material world, the cosmic manifestation, is created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the living entities have come here to enjoy themselves. The Vedic instructions guide them according to different regulative principles, and intelligent people take advantage of these instructions. They thus enjoy material life without being disturbed. This is actually illusion, and to get out of this illusion by one's own endeavor is very difficult. The general populace is engaged in material activities, and when people are little advanced, they become attracted by the ritualistic ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas. However, when one is frustrated in the performance of these ritualistic ceremonies, he again comes to material activities. In this way, both the followers of the Vedic rituals and the followers of material activities are entangled in conditioned life. These people get the seed of devotional service only by the goodwill of the Guru and Krishna. This is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bij. Hare Krishna. So here basically Narad Muni is educating Prachana Parishad that this basically material world is definitely created by Supreme Personality of Godhead for us all material people to enjoy. We came here with the desire of enjoying. That's the reason Supreme Personality of Godhead created this material world. So good that Krishna has given us all the Vedas, but if we read the Vedas, Vedas basically talk about Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. And here, Upasana Kanda only basically talks about devotional service, pure devotional service. And here, these people, intelligent people, basically, they take, I'm assuming they take the instructions of Upasana Kanda where they talks about devotional service. Or if they don't contract by Upasana Kanda where there are strict regulative principles mentioned how to achieve Vishnu Tattva, they get attracted to Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. And thus, basically, they are always disturbed. Their material life is disturbed. And they are always in illusion. And they think that, okay, without bhakti, they'll achieve the spiritual world. It is impossible. And that is their illusion if they do that. Right? All this general population who are in material world, if they are little bit advanced, right, they become attracted to the ritual activities. Ritual activities is nothing but the steps. If you do this, you get this. If you do that, you'll get that. So give and take relationship is associated through Vedas. And they do this for, they proceed that way. And in this way, the followers of Vedic rituals basically are always entangled in conditioned life because always they have the association of give and take. And these people basically in case they get attracted to bhakti, get attracted to bhakti only through the Guru and Krishna. Here, Guru is Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and all our senior associate devotees, Vaishnavas. Through their mercy, basically, they get the bhakti of Krishna. And basically, this is clearly confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where it is mentioned clearly, Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Latavi. So devotional service only get attracted with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, not nothing else, nobody else, or our following our parampara. Hare Krishna. So Ravi Prabhu, you can take up next paragraph.
Yes, Swami. Hare Krishna, everyone. Yeah. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
When one is engaged in devotional service, he is no longer attracted to material activities. When a man is covered by different designations, he cannot engage in devotional service. One has to become freed from such designative activities, sarvapadhi vinirmugutam, and become pure in order to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead through purified senses. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. The service of the Lord through purified senses is called Bhakti Yoga or devotional service. The sincere devotee is always helped by the Supersoul, who resides within the heart of every living entity. As Lord Krishna confirms in Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mam Uppayanti Te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So Srila Prabhupada gives a nice message in this paragraph. So when one engages in devotional service, his all his material activities are minimized and comes to zero. Right? He's no longer attracted to material activities. The man then is so right now a person is covered with the different designations, like he's a mother or a father, he's a CEO, he's a software engineer, right? Then his senses are not purified, and then he cannot engage in devotional service. So one has to become free from these activities. He has to, because there is a dust in the front of the mirror, right? That dust is showing him his illusion. There is an illusion, there is a false ego, and he's not able to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he has to remove all these impurities to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the service of the Lord through purified senses is called Bhakti Yoga, devotional service. And the sincere devotee, once the devotee is going towards this path, the super soul within his heart guides him how the devotee should do the devotional service. And this is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 10.10. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So this is the super soul guiding the soul how to come back to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Manu Prabhu, you can complete this.
Yeah. Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay.
This is the stage of becoming free from the contamination of the material world. At such a time, a devotee makes friends with another devotee, and his engagement in material activities ceases completely. At that time, he attains the favor of the Lord and loses his faith in material civilization, which begins with Varnashrama Dharma. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks clearly of one's becoming liberated from the Varnashrama Dharma, the most exalted system of human civilization. At such a time, one feels himself to be perpetually the servant of Lord Krishna, a position taken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishya na shudro Naham varni nacha grahapatir novanasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamritabhter gopi bhartuhu padak kamalayor dasha dasha nudashaha. Patyavali 63. I'm not a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra. I'm not a Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. What am I? I am the eternal servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Krishna. Through the disciplic succession, one can attain this conclusion, which is perfect elevation to the transcendental platform. Hare Krishna. So here Prabhupada is concluding this purport by solidifying the state of a non-devotee versus a pure devotee. So the point of becoming free from the contamination of material world is when a devotee does devotional service, makes connection with other devotees, and this slowly allows them to cease from material activities. At this point, the Lord within his heart, favors that devotee who slowly becomes more and more free from material desires. And this is also spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So the position of the living entity is to be perpetually the servant of Lord Krishna. And we're not all these other status or names we give ourselves. We are always eternally a servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Krishna. So this is the only perfect elevation to transcendental platform. Hare Krishna.
And also the crux message, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling me that this last statement, I am not a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or a Shudra, or Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. So basically, these are all again elevated or more refined designations. So we have to come out of these designations and always treat ourselves as servant of Lord Krishna to get the devotional, to get more and more purified in bhakti. Hare Krishna.
So ultimately, I think there are different ways of trying to achieve the Supreme Lord. There are indirect methods, like what the Jnanis, the Karmis, they try to follow through yoga and meditation and Vedic rituals. But the conclusion is that the direct approach, which is pure devotional service, free from material desires, is the only way to reach Supreme Lord.
Correct. No
So, Prabhuji, how can we get separated from these positions at being a grahastha? Can we do it being a grahastha, or we have to wait till vanaprastha or sannyasi? Because you are a software engineer. You work from 9 to 5, right? You are a father, you are a husband, you are something. You have to, how can you detach? You have to do those duties, right? You cannot say that you have these layers being a grahastha unless you detach by being a vanaprastha or sannyasi.
Yeah, Prabhu. It is over a period of time, this will happen. Over a period of time. More and more, basically, we do our sadhana as we are all sadhakas, right? So more and more we do sadhana, that purification will happen and automatically we'll get detached from it. And that can happen at any stage. Not that you have to go to sannyasi stage. That can happen in your grahastha stage also. So it
In
depends on.
grahastha stage, then he's not running away from his duties?
No. He is in grahastha. but
No,
purified
how
senses.
he's a father, right? Now you're saying being a grihastha, he's a devotee, right? For example, he's a father, software engineer, and everything. But as per the verse, you have to remove all these resignations, right?
Correct, Prabhu. If you see here, this is the message you need to take. Okay. What am I saying? Servant of Krishna. So
Mm.
in being Grahastha, if you have started getting this realization, that is the message which we need to understand. Are you treating yourself as servant of Krishna? You started basically praising other devotees. You're trying to listen to other devotees. You're following them, right? I know. See, Grahastha is a very long term. You have your association with the kids when they are small, and Grahastha when they are grown up, right? So when they are grown up is the period. Remember, we read earlier also
Mm.
uh, in Kapila Muni. I am not able to recall exactly where they say, right, as and when you grow, you start getting detached, right?
Yeah,
So
that is the
detached.
Vanaprastha stage. Yeah.
No. In Grahastha only, Prabhu, when your kids grow up, right, you started slowly getting detached from them because, as Govardhan Prabhuji also says, that we don't get involved in their family matters, all their day-to-day decision making. Leave them alone, right? So that getting slowly getting detached, right? And then basically there's the time where in Grasta stage you started realizing this thing, servant of Krishna, right?
Mm. That's true. Mm.
So it depends how serious we are in our sadhana, and that relation would come. Important thing is the theoretical knowledge will definitely not help. Yes, we definitely need Sadhu Shastra Guru. Without this, we cannot even progress. But this is solidifying, okay, where we will go eventually, where we need to be eventually, right? So there is a message.
Okay. Thank you.
Jagdishma Prabhu joined, but Prabhu, you did not, did you read already previously this verse? You want to add, Prabhu? Jagdishma Prabhu, anything?
Yeah, Guru, any question is there or?
Ravi Prabhu just now asked, being in Grasta, how can you come to this last paragraph, servant of Krishna?
This is a state of mind actually. See, for example, see devotee comes, right? And you want to serve them. But some devotees say, oh, I don't want to serve this one. Who is this? I want to serve direct Krishna. So this is a state of mind. If you say no, Krishna says servant to just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, like this is not like a boss on boss. This is a stage when we say Dasanudas. So go to the serve the devotee. The Krishna by default pleased. You no need to worry about the Krishna. If devotee is pleased, then the Krishna definitely going to please that. Like you say, if your Guru Maharaj pleased with you, then you no need to worry anything. So this is the come by the through service attitude. So we should serve the devotees first. Then you will come to that state Dasanudas.
Right, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Like Maharaj comes, right? Say, I don't want to serve anybody, I want to serve my Guru Maharaj only. That's all.
Mm.
And you are insulting others Maharajas. This is not the way.
Right.
So this is the you should like a see, okay, whoever comes, let me serve them. Either even non-devotee also comes in your home. That's why we say that if you remember that during the initiation, the Maharaj when reading the instructions and asking you also, if your enemy comes in your home, please ask him even at least for water. Ask him food. If you have no food, ask him water. If you don't have water also, ask him to sit. If you don't that ask also some situations, at least speak some nice word.
Mm.
Your enemy, forget your the friends. So this is come by the practice slowly. So this is
Yes,
called
Prabhuji.
the service attitude is important.
Important.
Prabhupada says that like many places, without service you cannot live. It is the nature of the human, or not only human, all living entities serve. Like for example, you serve your family, you serve your kids, you serve your country. If you don't want to serve all this one, then some people serve the dog, cat, and but you have to serve. When they not find any the service attitude, the human, and somebody you see, many people also serving the dog also.
Service attitude is becoming humble to the power of infinity.
Yeah, all this come when we start serving, then all this will come.
Correct, Prabhu, correct.
Like if, for example, if you see the Mahabharata, when during the war, the both armies were ready for fight, and Maharaj Yudhishthira suddenly came out from his chariot and walking towards the Bhishma Pitamaha. And that time he bowed down to Bhishma Pitamaha. And if you all remember, Bhishma Pitamaha gave him blessing. He said, Vijayi Bhava. Right?
Correct.
And then Duryodhana became angry. He told Bhishma Pitamaha, you are fighting from my side. And you told to be this one Dhritarashtra Vijayi Bhava. Then why, what you will give to us? Means you are fighting for them. Then Bhishma Pitamaha angry. Then he told, you don't know, इसने मेरा इतना युधिष्ठिर महाराज के लिए बोलते हैं कि इसने मेरा अपना सर मेरे चरणों में रख दिया. जब बो डाउन करते हैं, जब नमस्ते करते हैं यार, तो मेरा हैंड ऑटोमेटिकली गोज ऑन योर हेड बिकॉज ही बो डाउन. सो नेचुरली द ब्लेसिंग कम्स. आप देखोगे डेली का आपको कोई पैर छूता है, तो इवन आप कितने भी एंग्री हो, बट यू गिव द ब्लेसिंग. सो ही टोल्ड ही टच माय फीट, blessing automatically comes. I no need to artificially effort. But same thing you like Bhishma Pitamaha told to Duryodhana. Yudhishthira is the big, like the elder in age. You should too also touch the feet of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Same thing, I'm guarantee he could also give the same blessing to you. But you are ahankari. Even you didn't do bows down. Even you didn't do say him anything. So that's the reason you are going to defeat in this war. So see the humbleness of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So when you become humble, then naturally blessing comes.
Okay, Prabhu. Shikla Mataji, you're there?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you want to take up 47th verse, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji. Uh, mm. Tasmat karmasu bahirsiman
Tasmat karmasu bharishman
ajnanad arthakasisu
Ajanad artha
Kashishu.
kashishu
marthra drishtim kritha shotra
Martha drishtim
Drishtam
krata
Krita Shrotra.
shrotra
parse aparsrita vasatusu
Parsu asprata
Shruta
vasu
Vastu.
Tasmat, synonyms. Tasmat, therefore.
Tasmat, therefore,
Karmasu, infiltrative activities.
karmasu, influtive
Activities.
Bharisman, O king. Prachina Bharishta. Sata.
Parishman, O king, Prachina Parishat,
Ajnanath, out of ignorance.
Ajnana, out of ignorance.
Arthaka Sisu, in the glittering fruitive result.
Artha kashishu, in the glittering fruitive results.
Ma, never.
Ma, never.
Artha Drishtim, considering to be the elm of life.
Artha Drishtim, considering to be the aim of life.
Kartah, do.
Kartaha, do.
Srotra Saprisisu, pleasing to the ear.
Throtra
Srotra
Parshishu,
Parsishu, pleasing to the ear.
Aspratha, without touching.
Asprastha,
Aspratha, without touching.
Vastasisu, real interest.
Vastusu, real interest.
interest.
Translation. Sorry. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Swami Prabhupada ji ki jai.
Jai, jai, jai.
My dear King Bharisiman,
My dear King Barishman,
you should never out of sorry, Prabhuji. You should never out of ignorance
you should never out of ignorance
take into the Vedic rituals or to fruitive activity,
take to the Vedic rituals or the fruity activity,
which may be pleasing to hear about,
which may be pleasing to hear about,
or which may appear
or which may appear,
one second, Prabhuji, or which may appear to be the goal of self-interest.
appear to be the goal of self-interest.
Interest.
You should never take these to be the ultimate goal of life.
You should never take these to be the ultimate goal of life.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji, carry on. Carry on reading the purport. Read till here.
Prabhuji, she's crying now. Just give me 1 minute.
No. Okay. No worries. Jagdishma Prabhu, you are available. You can read.
Yeah, bro, I can read. Purport by His Divine Grace Prabhupada.
Jai.
In Bhagavad Gita 242-43, it is said, Yam imam ospetam vacham pravadayante avipashitaha vedavadarata partha nanayad astiti vadinaha कामात्मानः सर्गपारा जन्मकरं फलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलं भोगेश्वर्यागतिं प्रति men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommended various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good worth, power, and so forth. Being desires of the sense gratification in opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. I'm stopping here. So here Srila Prabhupada giving that Bhogeshwarya means they are just busy to the collecting. Bhogeshwarya means enjoyment, the sense enjoyment, the lower planetary system or upper planetary system. If you go upper planetary system, the more enjoyment. So, in this enjoyment, what they do, they picked up the Vedas, because the Vedas telling that how you can go upper planetary systems. Do this, you will get this one. Do this, you will get this high planetary system. Do this, you will get something like the more money. You will get this, you will get the beautiful wife. You will do this yagna, you will get this one. So Prabhupada is saying that they use simply Veda for the more enjoyment. This is not the higher birth, power and all. So this is the useless. The useless in the sense Prabhupada is saying that because this is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal, how to get out from this clutches of Maya or the clutches of Punaharapramaranam, Punaharapijaranam. This is only happen through the bhakti, not the ritual activities. The ritual activity is helping us to elevate slowly. We see the also previous, like the Vedas, these are helping develop the faith for the new person. If you tell somebody, oh, do you do this Vedas, you will get it this. Then they start doing this slowly. Then their faith develop in the Vedas. Oh, these scriptures are really good. I did this yagya, I got this one. So this is the devotee for them takes a long path. But for the bhakti, this is not recommended. Even this is not needed. Because you already surpasses all this. Hare Krishna.
We can finish this. We have 4 minutes. Manu Prabhu, you want to read this, Prabhu?
Yes. Prabhupada Swami Prabhupada ki jai.
Right.
Generally, people are very much attracted to the fruitive activities sanctioned in the Vedic rituals. One may be very much attracted to becoming elevated to heavenly planets by performing great sacrifices, like those of King Barishman. Sri Narada Muni wanted to stop King Barishman from engaging in such fruitive activities. Therefore, he is now directly telling him, don't be interested in such temporary benefits. In modern civilization, people are very much interested in exploiting the resources of material nature through the methods of science. Indeed, this is considered advancement. This is not actually advancement, however, but it is simply pleasing to hear. Although we are advancing according to such concocted methods, we are forgetting our real purpose. Bhakti Vinod Thakura says, Jada vidya yata mayara vaibhava tomara bhajane bada. Materialistic studies are the glare of Maya only, for they are an obstacle to spiritual progress. So in this paragraph, Prabhupada is talking about the continuation of the message, which is living entities who are attracted to fruitive activities and mentioned in the Vedic rituals. They may ultimately get elevated to heavenly planets because of these activities they're performing, like how King Parichana Parishad was doing before Srimad Narada Muni stepped in to directly tell him to stop engaging in such fruitive activities. So the analogy is here that in today's modern worlds, there are people who are scientists who are exploiting the resources of material nature. This may seem like an advancement, but it is not actually advancement. It is just people who are using concocted methods and forgetting the real purpose. This is also quoted by Bhakti Vinod Thakura, who says that materialistic studies are just another glare of the Maya, and these are just there to make an obstacle to spiritual progress. Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhu, in this whole paragraph, there is one word, fruitive activities. Fruitive activities. Can you expand on that word, Prabhu? Fruitive activities. What is fruitive activities? How to get rid of fruitive activities?
So living entities always perform actions with the expectation of the result. That is the fruit of the action.
Correct.
Right, Prabhuji? So devotional service is pure service to the Lord without expecting anything back.
Correct. Okay, Prabhu. Let me read the last paragraph. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay.
The temporary comforts of life experienced either on this planet or on other planets are all to be taken as illusory because they do not touch the real purpose of life. The real purpose of life is to go back home, back to Godhead. Ignorant of the real purpose of life, people take to either gross materialistic activities or ritualistic activities. King Parishman is herein requested not to be attached to such activities. In the Vedas, it is stated that the performance of sacrifice is the actual purpose of life. A section of the Indian population known as the Arya Samajis lay too much stress on the sacrificial portion of the Vedas. This verse indicates, however, that such sacrifices are to be taken as illusory. Actually, the aim of human life should be God relation or Krishna consciousness. The Vedic performances are, of course, very glittering and pleasing to hear about, but they do not serve the real purpose of life. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada very nicely explained that what is the purpose of life. The purpose of life is basically Jiva Sarupa Krishna Nityadas. So people, they get attracted by the Vedas and reading, doing the ritual activities. Basically, they aspire for the temporary planets, and that is not the basically. They don't know purpose of life. That's the reason they do those things, and they do this kind of material activity and ritualistic activities. So King Prachina Parishad has been educated by Narada Muni. Please be away from such activities. And Prabhupada also mentions here Arya Samadhis are also basically, they focus too much stress on sacrification of the Vedas, on the fruity activities. So such sacrifices basically are of very temporary benefit because they just give us temporary benefit only always. So the main aim of God relation is to be in Krishna consciousness. So yeah, so these Vedic performances are basically, they are very temporary in nature. Not all the Vedic performances, but only Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda activities. They are pleasing to hear and they distract from the real purpose of life. Hare Krishna. Jagdishma Prabhu, you want to add, Prabhu?
No, bro, you mentioned correctly. But to giving this knowledge and adopting it, they not easy because that's where the karma kanda. You see, the most of the even we were also before like that, right? We not understanding karma kanda. We do the puja. Okay, do this puja, you will get this one. Do this puja, you will get this one. But that is also okay because the reason is that the people have no faith in scriptures. At least they can develop a faith in scriptures, and then slowly, like the way we are here right now. So everybody come to the same point by this all this process. But Prabhupada says that this knowledge not easy to teach them because they are looking some benefits. So the Veda is telling the benefits. Do this, you will get this benefit. So slowly they come to that stage. If directly somebody come that stage, yes, this is called fast track.
Okay, Prabhu. Anybody else want to add anything or any questions? Or else we'll disconnect 6:30 now. No questions? Okay, Prabhu. We'll connect tomorrow then. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.